EU chiefs are laying the groundwork for a climb-down on fisheries as the wrangling over a Brexit trade deal approaches crunch point. Brussels sources say the bloc is preparing for fresh internal talks about new opportunities for French, Danish and Belgian boats set to lose out on access to Britain's coastal waters at the end of the year. Bureaucrats will draw up a list of new catch quotas to appease the influential fishing states, which have opposed Michel Barnier's attempts to water down the bloc's hardline demands in the post-Brexit trade talks. The Brussels diplomat has ignored French calls for him to remain firm on status quo access to UK waters and said member states must show more realism if they are to reach an agreement. During a private meeting earlier this week, Mr. Barnier told EU ambassadors they must accept lower quotas as a result of Brexit. One EU insider said the battle over fisheries will be the number one issue for President Emmanuel Macron as he prepares for a national election in 2022. But they added Germany's Angela Merkel, who holds the EU's rotating presidency and a key role in brokering any compromise, is more concerned about the future state subsidy controls and policing the agreement. The senior diplomat said, "It's going to be less fish EU fleets can fish in British waters. That is going to be quite the challenge. We need a new balance with the British, but also between EU member states. I do not believe fisheries will be a major impediment to an EU-UK agreement. The UK sees it as a lever to gain market access to the European Union, that's the game." Senior figures in Brussels expect talks to run beyond the October 15 deadline set by Downing Street. The bloc is preparing to continue discussions over an EU-UK trade deal after next week's Crunch Summit of European leaders. Boris Johnson has suggested he could walk away from the negotiations unless a deal looks possible before that point. But the diplomat said, "It's not a matter of deadlines. First of all it was July, then August, and now mid-October. I don't expect any readiness on the British side to suspend the negotiations. This is going to continue. Thesis not a deadline. Without a breakthrough, a growing list of leaders are set to call on the EU to ramp up its preparations for a no-deal Brexit." The insider added, Michel Barnier needs more from the UK side before he enters the submarine or the tunnel. Whether there will be a deal or not will become clearer in the next week. Member states are becoming a bit nervous, and the Commission starts to prepare for no deal.